$100 for GTA 6 is stupid, and I'll prove it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now. Selling Grand Theft Auto 6 for the ludicrous suggested amount of 100 USD will make the developers and publishers lose money. That's right. This isn't simply anti-consumer and a kick to the boulders to gamers, but they will make less profit while burning a lot of bridges between gamers and themselves. The current situation is this. GTA 6 is being used as the latest excuse to increase game prices even more. You see, it's never enough. Publishers can literally be sitting on mountains of cash while a butler brings an ice-cold beer and they are still not satisfied. GTA 6 itself is fun chaos and will likely break every game record we have ever seen, and it's understandable why. I mean, look at this mock-up I put together. This picture perfectly captures the energy that we all know and love from the Grand Theft Auto games. The lady has clearly used a stolen sports bike to steal a bag of cash, and while she charges through a crowded market, she even pushes an old lady for good measure. Her facial expression is what your face will wear while playing GTA 6. So of course, the industry has been waiting for a chance to increase the standard price of video games. So the conversation is not simply, is GTA 6 worth being more expensive, but is it worth a new price and standard, and pricing out fellow gamers completely out of the hobby. Thankfully, we actually have a very recent example of what happens when you charge consumers too much for your product. Looking at this next picture, we have a very nervous looking Mario. The first step has 70 Australian dollars beside a Zelda shield. This represents how much Switch 1 games used to cost in Australia. It was an awesome price indeed. Now skipping a step to enter the Switch 2 generation and price of the next Mario Kart, going from 70 Australian to 120 in a single generation. Let that sink in. We are talking a $50 price increase in a single generation. How this is related to GTA 6, and I promise it is Nintendo said up front that for the first time, their pricing structure will not be consistent and will be re-evaluated on a per game basis. So Mario Kart World on launch day was the test, and it failed. The explosion shows it wasn't received well at all, and that's why if we take a step back, we can see the latest Star Fox game for Switch 2 selling in my country for just $90. No fans are as loyal as Nintendo. Let me make that very clear, and I am one of them. But even Nintendo fans reacted strongly enough that Nintendo is nervous and still trying to figure out what they can get away with. Analysts are pushing for GTA to cost 100 American, or what would be between 140 to 150 in my country. Now let's look at this next picture so I don't lose your attention. Me and Beach Girl did some serious thinking and calculations. Look at those liquids glow, and she's wearing a white lab coat. Everyone knows you can't question a coat. We created a very special scenario. On the left, we have 4 million diehard fans who will buy GTA 6 at any price, and I think I'm being even too nice, but let's say it's 4 million. On the right is the rest of the gaming market, holding a huge sign that says bills come first. They will not buy the game at any price, and the launch price will absolutely determine if they will buy or wait or even skip the game altogether. This less dedicated group is much bigger, sitting at 20 million. Now let's say the first 4 million people buy at full price and generate 400 million in revenue. Impressive. However, if the game was sold for just 60 instead, after only 6.6 million copies, we have the same 400 million profit. But this is GTA 6. It will easily hit 10 million copies, which at $60 would generate 600 million, and a staggering 1.2 billion at the 20 million mark. Also keep in mind the 4 million crowd who will buy the game at any price will also merge into the more casual crowd and inflate those numbers even higher. Now there's plenty more to say, but we need a break from all this serious talk in numbers. So onto the next screen, and I really like this one. It's fun, dumb, and in the sun. Yep, I can rap. Our beach friend has stolen a police officer's baton, which you can see her holding, and also his hat. I love the look on her face. She's just having a good time as she holds the hat down so it doesn't get blown away. Behind her is a very unhappy cop who knows he doesn't get paid enough for this job. I hope GTA 6 actually lets us steal hats and wear them straight away. That would legit be cool. Oh, by the way, I also did a GTA 6 video discussing the fact we have a lot of hype for a game we have not seen running yet. I'll have that linked in the description below just in case you're interested. Right, onto the next screen. This represents the issue we have, and it's a self-inflicted problem that publishers created themselves and are now trying to handball the responsibility onto us. On the left represents how much money they could have spent on GTA 6. A generous amount for sure, and could have been done in a fraction of the time. We could have already been playing GTA 6 years ago. On the right, that pile of coins, gold, jewels, and even treasure chests, that's how much they chose to spend on the game instead. This is no exaggeration, by the way. Estimates are this game cost more than $1 billion and maybe even close to $2 billion once all the marketing has been introduced. This self-inflicted wound is not the consumer's responsibility, but there is another piece to this puzzle that is conveniently ignored by all the media outlets trying to push this price increase. Behold, a literal puzzle I put together. Having a lot of fun trying to make these. By the way, please hit like on this video if you have not already. It would mean a lot to me, and thanks in advance to you legends who help out. Okay, so the left is the piece everyone is talking about. GTA 6 itself, but look at the rest of the picture. The game itself is so much smaller. What is going on? Well, that represents GTA Online. You don't think for a moment that Grand Theft Auto 6 will not have an online mode, do you? Thanks to leaks, it's been reported that apparently GTA Online made $500 million in revenue in a single year. Yes, that is insane, and it's increasingly important to the success of GTA 6. Eventually an online mode will be introduced, and those players over at GTA 5 Online will migrate over to GTA 6, and so will the hundreds of millions of dollars they generate. So the real goal of Grand Theft Auto 6 is to get people into their world and ecosystem. They can afford to sell the game at a cheaper price because they will continue to make additional revenue that in a short amount of years will surpass the revenue of the actual game sales itself. Let me draw attention to the most damaging aspect of the potential price increase that deserves a greater spotlight, and that is consumer satisfaction and the feeling of being looked after. On the left is our lady who bought 2 games for $50 a piece. She got a good deal. She's excited and visibly happy. Now to the right, our happiness meter is a depressing 5 out of 10. Yeah, we got what we paid for, but we're not looking too good about it. Keeping players happy is worth more than money, and I'm not joking, as it also results in additional money. Who here is likely to tell their friends about the games they are playing? The girl who looks ecstatic? Or the guy wondering if he made the right decision? The real chain reaction no one is discussing is the bigger picture. Even if GTA 6 is worth the extra money, the other publishers will start selling their games at the same price, and I promise they will not have invested even a fraction of what Rockstar has and did. We play games to feel good at the end of the day. We should all be looking like the girl, or this guy's face as he drives through a bunch of people at the beach. The most popular games currently are launching between just $50 to $60, undercharge and over-deliver. Leave a smile on everyone's face, and go from "do I really want this game" / "can I afford it" to "I will buy this immediately to support the developers." Now go cry into your pile of riches. There's hundreds of millions of potential buyers in this market. A good and well-priced game will always make crazy profit, but charging extra takes the joy away from the experience. You price people out of the hobby altogether as well. So instead of failing to get $100 from a person or even the lower $60, you get nothing from them instead because they moved on. My car needs petrol and my fridge needs food. Those things can't wait, but buying your game can. With all that said, God bless you all, take care, and see you next time. Okay, bye bye.